He admittedly thinks it's okay for adults to have sex with children. He even wants to make it legal.
I'm gonna find out who's lactating today.
I am a lactator, honey.
Nike is suing over Lil Nas X's polarizing Satan Shoes collaboration. The sportswear giant filed a trademark infringement lawsuit against Mischief. That's the streetwear company responsible for the divisive design. Lil Nas X is not named as a defendant in the suit. The so-called Satan shoe was adorned with a bronze pentagram and upside-down cross and allegedly contains a drop of human blood in the soles. Nike said in a statement, "We do not have a relationship with Lil Nas X or Mischief. The Satan shoes were produced without Nike's approval or authorization, and Nike is in no way connected with this project." Mischief has not responded to NBC News' request for comment.
A 10-year-old child was forced by his mother to pose for a photograph with a fully naked adult man. Call the cops, right? Imagine the outrage if that had been the headline. There would have been immediate cries of child abuse, pedophilia, call Child Protective Services, lock up the mother, and arrest that grown man. But in the actual photo, and I apologize for showing such a graphic image, but you need to see this to believe it and understand the severity of what is going on here. The 10-year-old child is named Nemis Quinn Melancon Golden. He was posed by his mother Jessica with an adult male drag queen, the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race. The drag queen was naked, as you can see. This is a grown man, fully naked, except for one tiny scrap of fabric partially concealing his genitals. The 10-year-old child is still just a 10-year-old boy dressed up by his mom to look like a girl. And they call us bigots for being outraged about this. Why is this not child pornography? Are drag queens exempt from the laws protecting children from adult sexual predators? Are the parents of drag kids exempt from the laws that prohibit parents from facilitating sexual encounters between minor children and adult predators? Oh, Democrats have been telling us for years that any opposition to the LGBTQ agenda makes us homophobic or transphobic. Give me a break. I challenge Democrats, defend this. Tell me how this is possibly okay. Tell me how this is not child abuse. Tell me why this is not this close to pedophilia. Tell me why this is not child pornography. What makes this any different from child pornography? We warned this is what would happen. If you celebrate sexual promiscuity to the point of glorifying perverted sexual deviancies, this is what you get. A 10-year-old child victimized by his mother, victimized by a naked adult man who would pose for a photograph with him while dressed, and dressed is a generous word for that scrap of fabric covering his junk in a highly sexualized pose, victimized by a whole culture who were unwilling to come to this child's defense and protect him from sexual exploitation. If a straight 10-year-old girl was posed with a naked adult man, the man would go to prison so fast he wouldn't know what happened to him. And his fellow inmates would beat him for child sex abuse before he had time to unpack his bag. If a straight 10-year-old boy was posed with a straight naked adult man who wasn't a drag queen, the man would be arrested faster than you can say to catch a predator. But when Democrats have beat into our heads as a collective culture that anything is okay as long as you're living your truth, how can we protect this child from this abuse without being bigots? As his mom says, he's just a kid playing. Well, choose your political party accordingly, people. One protects kids, the other exploits them. And that's my final point.
Pastor James Coates was arrested and sent to prison a couple of weeks ago in Canada. What did he do? He held a church service. Coates was denied bail. Apparently, he is set to be released soon. He is still facing at least one charge. His wife, Erin, said he had a very tough time in jail. He was placed in a 2-week quarantine, only allowed to leave his cell twice for 15 minutes each time. It's a shocking story. We spoke to Erin Coates earlier about her husband's case. Here's what she told us. Ms. Coates, thanks very much for coming on. It's hard to believe, it's shocking, really, that your husband is in jail. First, how's he doing?
Well, he's in prison. He's facing all the regular things you would face there, trouble with food, and you know, I don't even really know what to say. How is he doing? He is he's a shepherd.